Hello, my name is Dyson, and for my part of the presentation, this are recommendations for pediatric obesity and exercise. From this image above, it is discussing the anatomy of HIIT workouts. For the variables of it is work period, a time spent in work intensity, the relief period, the time spent in relief intensity, the mode, the type of exercise being done, and the duration, the amount of time spent in a period, and intensity, how hard the exercise is in the period. High intense interval training alternates bouts of intensive activity and low intensive exercise recovery, became a popular strategy for reducing cardiometabolic risk. Some other forms of HIIT use is aerobic interval training. Typically consists of repetitions lasting 10 seconds to 4 minutes at intensities ranging from -90 to -110%. VO2 max in spreads with passive or active recovery periods of equal duration. And the last one, sprint interval training, typically consists of repeating as few as 4 wing-gated like 30-second all-out sprints separated by 4 minutes passive recovery periods. From one of my previewed articles, this is a graph discussing the blood pressure and the metabolic parameters. So from here on the left with the blood pressure, it discussed for the variables for the fat mass, the free fat mass, the weight, the height, body mass index, the waist circumferences, and the systolic and diastolic blood pressure. And from this graph on the left with the blood pressure, it pretty much sums up that endurance training and HIIT training are pretty much similar with the pre-test and post-test, and also with the p-value. From the right, it discusses the metabolic parameters and also how the endurance training and HIIT training affects that. So some of the variables is glycemia, insulinemia, total cholesterol, the high dense lipotenic, and the low density lipotenic, and then the very low dense lipotenic, the triglycerides, the HOMO index, the glycated hemoglobin, and the liponemia. And also what I also discussed in the blood pressure one, both of the endurance and the intensity HIIT training are so similar with both the pre-test and post-test, and also with the p-value. Some of the benefits that go into HIIT training is most previous studies that examine effect of HIIT on endokinesis mainly focus on leptin and nicotine, often showing a decrease in leptin and or an increase in liponicotine plasma contractions. Also from my graph right here, it is discussing obese and overweight children statistics. It is testing BMI, VO2 max, systolic and diastolic pressure. It also has the increase and decrease, the confidence intervals, and the p-values. And from each one, body mass index is a decrease from with HIIT training, and then the VO2 max has a increase in HIIT training. Systolic and diastolic both have a decrease with HIIT training. For my final slide is discussing the physiology of the HIIT work period. So in this slide right here with the image, it discussed, well, the cell is now maximal aerobic using all O2 available, rapid buffering of hydrogen ions forming lactate, carbon dioxide production has increased, which will cause a rapid increase in breathing for the exercisers. So pretty much from this slide right here is discussing what goes on during the cell when you are in HIIT training for a obese child, how beneficial it will be with rapid buffering of hydrogen ions forming lactate, and the carbon dioxide production has increased, which will also cause a rapid increase in breathing for the exerciser. This is my references.